Alright, how's everyone doing tonight? We got our match Springwood with Nurse. She's going to be crossing the other side of the map, getting on to the corrupt side of the map, and she's trying to see if she can't find any kind of survivor early. If the survivors are going to be chilling, they're going to be hanging out in the deep corrupt side of the map. It's generally where they spawn, so she's trying to get a little bit of information. She's looking at the House of Pain. If she can find somebody, then she's going to put on pressure mad early, and she does. She finds Jake, so Jake going to try to get down to the other side of the map. He doesn't want to get anywhere near active generators for his team. Team probably realizing that they got a pretty early down, so they need to hurry up and get down to the other side on main and try to pressure those gens as quick as they can.
That
now,
was a fast down.
We see Nurse just going to go ahead and take her hook. She might just try to branch out now. She might try to see if she can get an early hit, maybe get a free tag on some survivor who's maybe lurking for the pool. So from her point of view, she's thinking that, you know, she wasn't lucky to get deli and she's going to try to find them. But she's going to go ahead and just pop, go back to the generator, and check on the hook. So if we look around a bit too, we could try to see if we can get a little bit of information on where generators are. And honestly, we're in a pretty good spot. She's got a forge in here.
Yeah,
she's got a generator on the 2-story. She's got a generator on in the street. Got the tag on Claudette too. So survivors got to come kind of bounce back here. The pool, we're going to be seeing it here fairly shortly. Yeah. Nurse realizing that, trying to rotate in.
Let's see if Ace was the one that has. Yeah, he does have deliverance, so we are going to see deliverance coming in on him.
Jake just trying to get distance. I think he realizes the gym position that he was in, and he's like, you know, I gotta get out of here. Making his way over to main building, just trying to use any kind of line of sight blockage to not give Nurse any kind of early hit, and that's kind of gonna be the play. So she used 2 of her blinks. He makes it to main. This is maybe where if you ever had a time to run a Nurse, it would be now. This is the strongest position for you. Now, he's gonna try to maybe wrap on top floor, maybe get her to blink bottom floor. Perfect blink from Nurse.
Yeah, Phenom is amazing, man. He's just coming in, showing why he's, you know, playing the Nurse for his team here. It's gonna be the second down already. I don't even think that we've seen a. We're not even gonna see a gen pop yet. Let's see.
Wait a minute. Did they break the door?
No.
He might wiggle.
Oh, he wiggles. Does he? Oh, he barely
Oh, he wiggles
does.
Out.
Barely, though.
There's so many times where the killers just don't break that door in time, and survivors are able to wiggle out. That's such a weird door on Springwood. He's just gonna try to jump locker and stall as much time as he can. That wiggle in its own right added a few extra seconds.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, and look at the gens. Look at that. We have 3 gens ready to pop, man. And he's already used, I think, Pain Res, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Nurse's start was so strong, but just being able to not get that hook on time is going to be a big punish for her. It just goes to show how good main building can be against just any killer now. Not only is it good against some of the weaker ones, you also Nurse can just get cheesed.
Yeah, and look at that. 3 gens pop, man.
Nurse looking like she really wants to protect this hook. I don't know if that's a...
It's a visual bug.
Yeah.
See, look.
Nurse being very generous, letting the survivors reset. She's a very kind nurse.
Right. He wants them to heal up first before she tunnels.
She gives fair chase.
It should fix in a second.
Claudette, she's the one who's injured, but she's just gonna go. If we look, we saw a little bit of chase marks on Juggernaut, so he's the one who's gonna be trying to get away from Nurse right now. Also, Nurse, maybe she's just in a spot where she's trying to hover around, trying to decide on who she wants to push. Boredom, being injured and pushing on a gen right now, maybe close to Jake. Maybe she's trying to find him and kill him. Maybe that's why he's stealthing. Nurse and monitoring the hook as long as she can.
Look, we got some nice paintings right here. See, we got to see.
Yeah, this Jake getting out of there before getting killed is going to be huge from Nurse. Unfortunately, not going to be able to get a hit on just anybody quite yet. And I don't know if Serena's chase here has just been that good where she's been able to dodge as many blinks as she needs to, but she's running from the killer, so she's clearly in a chase. Yeah,
Oh,
there we go. Yeah.
You have to wait until a hit comes. Look at that very first down in the very beginning, right? It was really good. She was getting eruption on some of the generators, and then boom, they popped 3 generators. Now we have 4 done, and only 1 hook state more than what there was already. Wow.
This game flipped in a matter of seconds. Killer was in such good position, such a dominant lead, getting it down as quick as she did, holding it in the generators. But now Survivor's just showing, you know, we're not done quite yet. We're going to keep this game in our pockets. And Nurse, it looks like maybe she's trying to choose to protect the gens over going for a down here, which maybe she needs to do. Maybe she needs to go for this this Jake here and see if she can't find a kill. Honestly, if there were to be any kind of start for the Nurse here to get something going, it would be now. She needs to kill this Jake and down him as quick as she can, and that's exactly what we do. So Survivor's going to choose to go ahead and maybe go for a reset, wants to play safe. I like the decision from Nurse to leave a few of these chases and go to, she's more interested in protecting her gens. So now, if we are going to protect our gens, though, it's going to be a little more difficult because there's one gen left, and she's going to have to cover two sides of the map. She has to cover bottom side and top side.
Yeah, so they're not making it easy for her at all, man.
Nurse finding Ace off in the distance. Just going to try to walk him down. She doesn't want to use any kind of risky blink where she might have to lose a bit of distance. So just going to try to be patient. Ooh, kind of getting caught on the rock there. Not able to fully commit to the second blink to maybe get onto Ace. So Ace getting out of there nice and healthy. And this is the tough part. So where now you're choosing not to commit onto Ace. Now you have to TP all the way back to the other side of the map. And we know that Ace is just going to start slamming back on that other gen. And you know he's probably calling to his team. He's telling them, hey guys, he's going back, he's leaving my side, get out of there. So they're leaving early. They're probably going inside of lockers, trying to stealth. They don't want to give her any kind of visual, and they're going to do the same for Ace. So if she chooses not to stay on this side, then Ace is going to get out of there very early, and it's just going to be very difficult. These guys are just going to hide, let Ace use as much gen pressure as he can. She's going to blink away, and they're going to tell Ace the same thing. I don't think she can afford to leave here. It's like you have to, because you need to protect the gen from Ace, but you know two other survivors were there. They're definitely getting on those generators to push. Yeah, he's in a tough position. He's going to eventually have to commit to somebody. It's kind of looking for positioning right now. He's looking to see if he can catch him out of position. So he only blinked up halfway to maybe get them to come back and then get out of their hiding spots. So now they're maybe a little more out of position.
Yeah, they got a great gen break here too as well.
Just getting back on the gen. They're always going to pre-leave because their teammates having good communication. They're just going to tell them, hey, I'm pushing the gen, get out of there, play safe, and that's what they're doing. Losing Jake early on was kind of tough. That's like what the Nurse needed, but if she's not able to find any more survivors, then it's not going to do much for her. Yeah, so I'm just going to go back and double in with Deja Vu, and if she chooses to commit to Ace, she's maybe just only going to get a hook here. Gets an injured, that's a start. She's going to need to down him and get the hook. These guys are going to pop this gen, and hopefully Aces doesn't have any kind of adrenaline play or anything like that going for him. Dodging the eruption in time, good decision from the team. Eruption almost maybe making it to where they were able to get a pain res.
Unfortunately, they weren't though. Nurses camping again.
Yeah, this Nurse just does not like her survivors. She's been watching them like a hawk.
Sinners did a really good job though coming back.
Yeah, the survivors definitely bounced back. The start at the beginning was kind of rough, but now with Ace being where he is with Deliverance, there's so much good that can come from this. All they need to do, get a gate safely, maybe help them rotate to a gate, and that's 3 out the door. He's just using his timer too, just to make sure that survivors can first off just get a gate. Serena just kind of hanging out. I'm not sure. This was an odd decision to me. It looks like, okay, so what we didn't get to see is that Nurse decided to leave. So she wasn't protecting that hook anymore. She chose to go after Claudette, and I think that's why they made the decision to deli. That's why they were being as patient as they were. Because from our point of view, we were thinking, well, why not just get the gates there and delis in front of Nurse? It's because Nurse wasn't there. I think she was pressuring somebody. Yeah, they're just going to go ahead and take the 2 out here. They're more than happy with this result. Alright, Claudette going back up on the hook. Nurse going to get 2 kills, 7 stages. Well done from the survivor side. gonna wrap up this game. Juggernaut and Slamma Jamma getting right out the door.
Yeah, they played really well. Like you said, I mean, we did see 6 hook states, so something to work with the killer, but just very nice gameplay from the survivors after that quick down. And Phenom was just not able to do anything. Alright guys, we're gonna get set up with the next game right now, and we will be right back. If you haven't already, ! Discord and YT. Second. Boom.
Alright boys, we're starting it back up off Springwood. We got Nurse. The Nurse set actually kind of being hit and miss so far recently. We've seen 4Ks, we've seen people getting outs. It's kind of been all over the place with Springwood, so I think it's been pretty fair games. Nurse just trying to look around again, trying to see if she can't find somebody early. We got to see that last game. We saw Jake hiding kind of near the corner, and she got eyes on Nia right. Oh man, getting blinked to the basement is always a tough start for the Nurse though. She caught Nia pretty quick, but wasn't able to land the second blink.
Unfortunately, we get the basement blink early on, but we did find Nia very early into the match. You do see a lot of variety on this map when it comes to the Nurse matches. This is a very big map, and there are a lot of buildings and a line of sight blockers. Very close hit.
Yeah, getting some good distance against Nurse. She managed to get away from the killer shack, and she also managed to get away from the house of pain there. She's gonna try to make it back over the street, trying to hold her own as long as she can. But Nurse gonna lock back in, get this down just in time. Hopefully getting the pain res before one of the generators gets completed.
Hopefully, I wonder what the generator progress looks like. Oh, we did hear somebody get hit with pain rise. I wonder if that gem is almost done.
She's gonna maybe check on the 2-story here, maybe trying to see if she can't get a quick pop eruption onto the generator. She also has like a decent little gen protection here. We saw one in the middle of the street, one in the 2-story, and we also saw one near the House of Pain where Nia was hooked, so she might just try to protect this area a little bit. Yeah.
Alright, so we see the pop going off in that house, and we return to hook. Yeah, she does have a pretty good setup here. Look.
Adam getting out just in time, as well as Nia making it back over to main building. She, like we saw earlier, you kind of want to use main as much as you can against Nurse if you're going to have a run. But maybe actually getting the reset is even better. She managed to get out there safely. She wasn't being chased, so Nurse is going to try to look again, try to see if she can't find some survivors on her generators. We see the heal on Nia, so survivors are back in a good spot. Nobody's has too much pressure on them. And if it's going to be somebody, I think we saw Adam, who was the one who got Deli, so if he's the one who gets chased, then he's going to be good to go.
Yes, Adam was indeed our deliverance player, and he has it up and active now. This is definitely for the survivors who they want to get chased, but instead we find a Kate instead. But we did get the reset off in the Nia, so we will not see a second hook state early on from her, which is going to be very good for our survivors.
She's looking around. She's trying to make sure she's looking behind her. Nurse trying to see if she can't just get one blink on her to try to get the down in time to get another pain res.
But it looks like it doesn't quite reach the school in the main building there to get inside and goes down. There should be another pain res for our Nurse.
So Nurse now has her hook behind main building. She has 2 gens that she can protect here. She's gonna have to make a call to either wants to stay around here, maybe see if she can't confirm a second stage, or deciding to leave. And it looks like she might have made the call just to maybe get put a little more pressure around the map. Doesn't want to stay there at this point in the game. They already got 1 generator completed. They're probably gonna pop multiple if she chooses to camp that. So I think moving around, trying to cover the map is the play.
Yeah, I think this is a good choice on our Nurse. She's seen the progress over here. You know she needs to stop this generator. There's a lot of close generators together back here. We're looking around seeing if we can find anybody.
I think Adam's been the one who's been aggressive over here. He was kind of lurking. We saw him earlier. He was rapping Shag, and I think maybe Nurse is trying to keep that in her mind. She's like, all right, Adam, if you're doing this generator, I'm going to try to see if I can catch you. But she wasn't able to. She wasn't able to catch any player for that matter. Scratch
Yeah,
marks,
they have a
moving back
lot
over
of
to
work.
main.
They have a lot of progress on all of these generators back here. You can hear it. We find who it is. Ah, it's Nia again. All right, this is pretty good for our Nurse. We're gonna want to get a second stage.
Getting the double back
At
just
this
in time
point.
to avoid that blink. That was well done from Nia.
That was very well played. And we're going to make it inside of the building, which, as we know, line of sight blockers against Nurse means everything. Line of sight and distance.
using the 2 floors here against Nurse too is always a good thing for the survivor. So if you can ever make it back up to top floor and get her to blink to the bottom floor is always a benefit. She's using the stairs. I think this is a good decision from Nia. She's holding her own, doing a good chase.
It was smart. It was a good check spot to hold. Let's see if Nurse blinked upstairs. Just say, "Ooh," and we find Kate out of nowhere. Suddenly a Kate. She must have heard her outside of the building. Nice. That's smart to get out of the main building, and we get an initiation immediately with a first hit. Ooh, nice dead hard. VC coming in here.
Now we have 2 players on main side. We saw Nia earlier on. She might have made the choice to stick around and try to do generator on the bottom floor, or she could have made the choice to maybe get away from where Kate's maybe going to die and try to make it wrap up with another teammate. So there's a Kate just going to use main building to her advantage here, and I think this is always what you want to do when you get this opportunity. Trying to see if she can get her to blink to the bottom floor. Wasn't able to do so, making it a little difficult for Nurse.
Yeah, it was a smart move by our Kate. Unfortunately, the Nurse was a little bit too far out of the school for it to have worked. But she does get away and is buying a lot of time here in this chase.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of good chases coming from the survivor side. Now we might not have pain res on Kate. I think we might have used it earlier on. But if we don't, we still have pop interruption and dag pop. So this isn't the worst. We still have some decent gens if we can come back over and protect Ninja. If she gets this pop in time, she's gonna be good to go.
My bad.
So checking around, they don't get this generator, so she can still kind of hold this. But there was a great save coming out from the survivor team. They were able to maybe even get the blast mine value. And getting the pop, getting the eruption. She's gonna try to blink back in time before Kate able to get the reset off just in time. And she might even be able to hide this. There's a world where she doesn't get caught here, and maybe she makes Nurse to try to find one of the healthy survivors. And she does, so she finds Nia. Again, blinking around, trying to see if she can't find the injured survivor. I think we saw some blood, so I think she's maybe on to Kate. I think she's picking up that she's in this area. It's just finding her. Again, finding Nia, not finding the Kate, the player that she probably wanted to find because that's a kill. So Nia just going to stall her time at main. I think Nurse has finally made the choice that, you know, I lost Kate. I need to still find pressure on somebody, though.
So sorry, I had an issue with my mic there. I am back, though.
Edge of the map.
And Nia's gonna go and die edge.
Okay, so he's just gonna hook him in the back again. So this hook has been pretty nice for Nurse. She's been using this to her advantage quite a bit. She has pop interruption up again, but not able to get there in time. Survivors getting the gen done just on time. 3 survivors up and standing, 1 on the hook. This is a tough spot to be in for Nurse. You're gonna need some crazy plays to go right.
This is a difficult position for a Nurse for sure. We need more hooks than this if we want to take the Nurse set. We do find a hurt person, which is good for our Nurse, but we also still have 4 people alive in 2 doors that are very, very far apart. It's going to be difficult. We decide to leave the Kate and return back to hook.
I think Adam might be going for this save. If they're the deli player is still up and hasn't been hooked yet, it's probably going to be him.
Yeah. Adam is our deliverance player, and he does have it up, so I assume that he would play aggressively for this unhook here.
Maybe trying to make the call. Maybe Nia's telling them, hey, we just might let this player get killed. We're going to prevent some more stages. So maybe they just chose to go for the gate near the hook. Kate was trying to pressure this and be a little more aggressive, trying to keep our fresh players from getting caught. And hell of a dead hard.
we see a little bit of a early dead hard there. Yeah, it looks like they did indeed let the Nia die.
Maybe they got mixed.
Is the case of Tycon?
I think they got mixed signals because this is only 2K 6 stages.
Oh. Okay, yeah. So if she gets the Kate and the other 2 get out, it's the win con. That's what's happening here.
So some mixed communication probably could have maybe been happening here. Maybe Nia was making the call, hey, just let me die, guys. Let's go ahead and get out. But maybe Kate was didn't let them know that, hey, guys, I don't really have my gate yet.
Maybe, but they also did know that if they get 2 people out who don't have any hook stages, they win the set.
Good.
So
Yeah.
the play might have been have Kate
Let's take the heat.
put pressure on take the heat, put pressure on this door, keeping her split between the hook and that door, and have our healthy fresh hooks get out.
Survivor's gonna take this one. Nurse, just kind of hanging out now. Get builds, making sure all our builds are good.
That is good.
Juggernaut.
I think that's it, man. If I'm not mistaken, Sinners wins the set. I mean, Demonic wins the set. I can't remember, guys.
That should be demonic.
All right, guys, we'll be
That
back
should
with
be
the next
demonic
set,
winning
guys.
the set, yes.
Okay, we got ourselves a Demogorgon set today, guys. We got Tiso on the demo. He's going to set up a portal. He's going to try to see if he could look around and maybe get a little more control of the map. So when you set up portals, you get to try to protect multiple areas. So you get to set up on one side, and then you can portal back to the other side if you need. You get trying to see if you can find somebody on the sea tile here, looking around. So maybe a few crows. Maybe trying to see if you could pick up on a serve that was maybe stealthing. Heads over to Shack real quick, and he might just try. Alright, he gets eyes on Yoichi. I think his idea there was to maybe set a portal and then he was going to portal back, but finding Yoichi, he's got a change of plan now.
And we found our first survivor. And absolutely, his Demogorgon's portals is his way of getting throughout the map. So it's good to set those up in very nice places. We're chasing on the TNL wall here.
Yoichi holding his own. He's having a good start. So he got off easy with his pallet earlier on in the match. He has his TL wall. He's gonna looks like he was gonna maybe take chase out Mitri, but he chose to go for the distance here, and I think he's gonna try to make it over to Killer Shack, which he just might. He's gonna vault this window and probably throw the pallet, and then just again stalling as much time as he can for his team.
He does indeed. Demogorgon smartly zoned him away from Cow Tree there in that pallet by going to shred, but we do make it to Shack. The Shack pallet goes down.
He's going to have to come back over to the TNL wall, and he might even try to see if he's able to make Mitri in time. He's getting the distance. I think he's able to wrap around there in time. This is good for Yoichi. It's a great start for the Survivor team.
It's a very, very good start for the Survivor team. We already see our first generator popping. Yoichi's in a good spot here. Oh, and Caster's curse.
Gets the down just in time.
Very nice.
Yeah, but again, even then, I think that's kind of what you wanted to do for your Survivor team. You're going to take chase at the Shack, one of the stronger tiles on the map, and then you got also Mitri, which is also pretty good. Now, going down, not be able to get the pallet down in time, it does suck, but, you know, maybe that's something you could use for later.
And you know what? Sorry. The chase was in the corrupt area of the map. We got 2 generators done. His famers did get used, but 2 gens popped during that chase. This was a very, very good chase for our survivors here.
2 portals down, he can go back from one side to the other. He's just trying to see if he can't find somebody who's lurking for the safe. Maybe the deli player. If he can catch that out of position and try to get a early little sneaky hit there, then that could be pretty good for him.
Yeah, I don't know. Morgan absolutely needs to catch somebody coming for it if he can. He's a little bit too late, but does get the tag on the unhook, and we are going to go for the tunnel out here.
So he's back on Yoichi coming back over to main building, and again, I think Yoichi, he's been making some very good decisions in the chases he's been choosing to play. So first he started at Shack, then he chose to go over to Mitri, now he's choosing Mitri. All very good parts of the map that you want to use, so that way your teammates can get as much gen progress as possible.
Yeah, Yoichi has definitely been very, very smart about his movement, where he's been taking chases. It does go down again, though. Alright. What perks I don't know what perks Yoichi has, but he does indeed. He is our DS player.
So he brought DS Smash Hit, and there's a little bit of coordination behind why people will bring those 2 together. So oftentimes, if you got the opportunity or the luxury, if you have DS with Smash Hit, you'll choose to go ahead and die under pallets, and then you'll hit your DS skill check on top of the pallet, so that way you can proc your Smash Hit all the time. But Yoichi didn't have a pallet with him, so he just had to go for the skill check there. And he's just going to hold his own on a jungle gen. Maybe some...
Yes, absolutely. If you are able to die under pallet with DS and Smash Hit, it's a very, very good combination. Buys you a lot of distance and a lot of time on the killer. We don't quite do that, but we make it to the pallet and we go down, and
we saw
Steve buying a lot of time here.
We saw Steve on the side. It looked like maybe he was going to lurk for a body block. Maybe there was a potential call there. Or maybe he was saying, hey, if you ever need me for some help, just let me know. But maybe Yoichi not predicting he was going to go down in time. But Steve getting out of there, gets playing safe. Now, Rise, he's not necessarily dead yet. There's 2 hooks, 1 gen. Survivors have a lot of good going for him. Demo, he's going to definitely need some good to go for him as well, because he's kind of in a tough spot.
Absolutely. The survivors have a lot of progress on the last generator that they need, but their Demogorgon does have no one escapes death in his pocket. When that last jet pops.
Steve kind of coming back over to the hook. Just trying to get as much distance as he can.
We get a tag onto the Steve, and we see the unhook come in. we look for the Yoichi here? Or we keep going for the Steve? We go for the Steve.
He might have decided to just choose to play for stages now. He's like, you know, I lost
Yeah.
Yoichi. I just need to start trying to see if I can't get some more hooks. So he's gonna try to slug here and maybe get a little greedy, try to get another. Actually, a little nervous to the beam
Ooh.
save or the pallet save, I think.
Yeah, going for stages at this point was definitely a good, smart choice of his. And unfortunately for our survivors, we do go down almost right next to the Noed totem. Oh, but our Demogorgon does not stay here. We're going to go see if we can interrupt somebody at the doors. And we do. Ooh.
He's gonna try
I
to sneak
believe you.
another stage here, but
Nope. We do not get there in time.
Demo looking a little indecisive on maybe what was the call. He was like, you know, I could protect this and try to shoot for just getting a kill with a few more stages, or maybe I could get a little greedy here, and if I could get this to pay off, it'll be better than my old result. But it doesn't look like that was the case. We managed to get all survivors off the hook. All survivors are healing now, and they might even just make the gate.
Yeah, our Demogorgon took a risk there, and it does not look like this time that it was going to pay off.
Jason out the door. Bucky,
And all four
Child.
survivors. All four survivors leave. Well played.
All right, guys, we're gonna get set up for the next game.
Demogorgon back on Rancid, setting the portal at the start of the game. This time I kind of want to just look at the perks that we've been seeing quite often throughout the tournament today. We've been seeing Pop, Eruption, Pain Res, and through the dev forums, as of recently, we've seen a lot of adjustments to these perks, but I think this is going to be still close to the same meta that we're going to be getting. You just need a lot of this slowdown at the early start of the game before the survivors can put on the pressure, and that's why we've been seeing as much slowdown as we have. Now, we get the chase start at Meat Tree, and he's able to get the pallet down in time before he's able to get hit. So if he's able to hold his own against Demogorgon here, we're going to see a fairly good start from the survivor team again.
Does that second hit as well with it holding over the window. Yes, you do see very similar perks often because they're needed. And especially against survivors of this caliber, you need to be able to slow the gens down.
I like the choice of starting off at Mitri and then rotating into Shack. It looks like he maybe just kind of threw the Shack pallet, got out of there nice and safe to keep the pressure on with the team. Nobody's going to have to rotate into a safe quite yet. Taking it back over to main building, he's going to probably just try to hold his own as long as he can. Probably doesn't think anybody's working here and had maybe a little bit of progress there, but he's just going to just hold his own in his chase, try to get the pallet down, play safe. Doesn't want to have to give the demo any kind of pressure. Kind of get caught with the baby zone for the mind game. Wasn't
The
acting
interruption
generator.
is going to be going down on this generator now, and we get our first card coming in.
Demogorgon maybe trying to look to see if he's got a pain rest somewhere in here. He's going to try to get a little more protection. Decides to hook him near the Mitri.
And it was indeed a pain resonance look that we see coming in. We do see our first generator pop in the distance.
Demo's positioning on Jins isn't so bad. He's kind of got this main generator protected with Eruption. Looks like they're pressuring it though. They don't want him to hold this as long as they can. Gets the blast mine value.
We're gonna get a 5 seconds left on our killer from that blast mine, but he's worth it to eat it to get the Pop Goes the Weasel in on that generator as well. Yeah, he does some pretty good gens that he can hold here, especially with the hook right there. He'll be able to keep an eye out for somebody crossing.
Yeah, Survivor's definitely gonna have to move in to try to get this pulled, so that way they can work on their generators pretty comfortably. They don't want to have to have their boy Tiso go in second here in the 3-gen, because then they could have an easy early kill. I know Deli's setting up somewhere, but the question is where. That's got to be what's going through Demo's head right now.
Absolutely, you're wondering where that survivor is stealthing, and we did see somebody sneak over to that generator that is farthest in this 3-gen in the distance there. We might actually see a second hook city here, right?
Yeah, looking
not
like they're gonna.
Yep, there we go. We secure a second at 3 generators.
Seems like Survivor's just gonna choose to value a little more gen pressure rather than the stage. They're like, you know, the chase wasn't so bad at the start. We have pressure on them. We just need to start pushing. We need to push main. We need to maybe push a little bit farther of the gen at near Shack, and he can't control this forever. So he's gonna have to make a call.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like they're wanting to break up these generators over here and choose to go to the second state. In order to do that, we did not get back on main though. We do see that it is still regressing. Oh,
I think we need to.
somebody maybe coming in.
Yeah, I think the Survivors need to make this call. I think they need to choose to get the pull here. With Deli and Unbreakable, you're able to just take it down and just get yourself back up for free. So if they let Tiso die, I don't know if this is going to be play, but they're going to try to save.
Yeah, they definitely need to make a move here. You can't have to this early on. and they do indeed manage to get to pull. We are not going for the tunnel here. We were going to go for our ace, get us a fresh pain res.
Maybe seeing that he's still in his 3-gen, so maybe he's just going to get his pain res again and choose to protect. He's like, you know, I'm going to get a little bit of slowdown, I'm going to get fresh. This could be good for me. Now the question is, are we able to actually get down here? So I'm going to come in for a body block, give our boy Ace a little bit of protection. Nia trying to hover out. Actually just going to maybe choose to go for the Nia here.
Nia is going to make it a shack, so he decides not to go after the Nia. We return to our ace with a very nice body block, buys a lot of time and distance for our ace to get to a safer spot. There aren't any pallets left over there.
Kind of caught in this bad spot. Yeah, you're kind of in a dead zone. You come over to meet tree and you have this window where even if you were to win it, you're just kind of stuck with just TL. So once you're down here, it's hard to get out.
Exactly, yeah, it's a difficult area, and that's where a lot of their generators are. We do see another pain res coming in. This is Scratch Marks leaving main now. Oh, was that our deliverance player? It was indeed. Nice, that buys a lot of pressure off of our survivors here.
We got 4 survivors and your Demogorgon choosing to maybe just try to go for another stage. He's able to catch Renato. Renato probably thinking he was going to come around from the other direction.
And unless this is our... No, this is not our DS player, so this is going to be death.
Yeah, we're going to lose a player now. So Demo, he's still on 2 gens. So maybe we're going to pop 1 for this kill. But then I think the 3v1 with 1 gen left is not so bad for Demo. I think this is something that he could potentially protect. With portals too, you can kind of invent your own 3-gen. You can kind of protect a little better with your portals.
Absolutely, and these perks will help him to hold these gens. They did manage to break them up though, and that main generator has a lot of progress. He hears them healing right here, which is gonna be trouble for the survivor.
Exactly what Demogorgon needs. His mindset was like, look, I got the kill. Next, I need to find the reset. I have 3 survivors who are injured. I just need to make sure that they're not able to heal. He's going to get this on Serena, and then Ace and Nia is going to have to make a call. Do they want to double up on this generator and try to get it done in time before pain res pop, or do they maybe just want to go for a reset and play it a little slow?
What we do is indeed see Eruption hit that main generator before it can pop. And now there's going to be another pain res. And another pop close the weasel. Wait, does he have a portal by that far gen?
He kind of has
I wonder
this...
if we're going to go check on it.
Yeah.
First, you to go far. That's right, though. He has the add-on where you can see, yeah, we can see the auras, Sunny portals. He actually doesn't even have to go that far.
I think the survivor's decision earlier was that they were going to shoot for the gen. Maybe they thought they could have gotten it done in time, so maybe that's why we didn't see a heal. And here it's going to be quite punishing. If Ace is able to hold his own, then maybe Nia can get this pull and maybe they can make something happen. But looks like he's just going to portal, try to play it safe.
Fortunately for our survivors, our ace does not go down there. But we do see the Nia trying to come into main. The Demogorgon is doing a very good job of holding both this hook and that generator. And our survivors are both injured. Neither of them are the survivor with a med kit. So this is going to be difficult. This is going to be really tough to save. I'm going to try and get the generator. Yeah, we are indeed going to see a second state on Juggernaut there.
Demogorgon pressuring these guys again, keeping them from resetting, from healing each other, making it very difficult. If they have to go for that save, they're going to have to give up a stage, but Nia getting as much distance away from Look in time. Now these two, they have a choice again. They're going to be like, look, do we want to reset once we got the pool, or now do we want to put on a little more pressure? And I think they're probably going to go hide for the reset. It's probably the plan.
Yeah. I would assume that they go for the reset here. That gen has been hit with a lot of regression. I don't think that if they just hop on and pop it, that it's going to work out for them. We do see 1 reset. Our ace is right there, still hurt. And our Demogorgon knows that. We're going to go follow his trail.
We can see the value of Lycan too. Lycan just giving so much information to Demo to knowing where he needs to be going. He got eyes on Ace, he knows what he's doing. Now he needs to go back over to Zarina and see if he can interrupt Nia.
Yeah, absolutely. That gives you so much information. Looks like we're actually going after these are in here. We're going for our healthy survivor. Maybe we want to get a attack on have everybody injured again. He knows there's not enough progress for one person to hop on and immediately pop it, so we can take this time.
Got a good shred in from Demogorgon. He's sticking on Zarina, looking like she's kind of running out of her tools here. She's going to have too many resources, so he's going to go ahead and get this down. He's gonna maybe make a call to come back over the gen before they're able to pop it. Maybe he didn't think he'd have gotten pain res or pop in time, so he wants to push him off.
Very good chance that 2 of them got on here. We see that Ace getting chased off, but we do not know where the Nia is.
Ace is choosing to get away from the generator. If he is to go down, he's like, you know, I'm gonna have to try to pull you away so that way my teammate can either 1, get the gen, or 2, maybe get the pickup on Serena.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh. And we're going to choose to go right corner and buy as much time for our team here as possible. And we do get the pickup off of the ground.
1 survivor going right back on the hook. And survivors just kind of having a tough time getting that last generator completed. They're trying to get the heal off, but maybe they're nervous of liking. Maybe they're like, oh, if he TPs again, he's gonna find us. So it's pretty hard to even justify a heal here.
It's a difficult position for our survivors to be in. We don't seem to have a lot of progress on any of the generators. Is that the Nia? It is. We do find the injured survivor again. Ooh, but we missed that shred just barely. Nice dodge, Nia. Nia with the crouch tech there as well. She needs to buy time here. Doing a good job. Let me get the pull off of Ace. But that means nobody's in on generators. And we're gonna use that shred to block Nia from getting into Shack. Very smart move by our Demogorgon here.
Demo just gonna go ahead and put her right back up on the hook. He's trying to see if he can stop this last generator from getting completed. He's like, you know, if I'm gonna get this 4K, I want to make sure I get it on 1 and not on 0. I gotta save as many points as I can against my opponent. Now, Serena looks like she was trying to pressure it, getting pushed off though.
And we did hear our Ace scream in the distance because of that pain resonance, so that tells our killer. That tells our killer where the Ace probably is as well. And that whatever generator is working on is not a box.
Either way, we just need 2 more hooks, and they Sinners wins the set.
So Slamma-Jamma injured,
Right.
Jug injured, just needs to hold his own in the chase now. And they also need to make sure they're with 1 teammate dead on hook. It's a close game.
It's gonna be a very close game. Especially, you have to get that pull. At this point. If you say they need 2 stages left, you have to get that pull. Or nobody else can go down and get the gen.
With Serena being pressured like this and Ace still continuing to stick the generator, I don't think they're going to be able to. We're in this tough spot. We're going to have to try to wrap over to the window without getting hit by the demo shred, which is it's a strong ball. It was a good play from Serena, but being in the position that we are now, we're already in a tough place to be.
Yeah. There is no adrenaline on Serena here, but we do have that hard. We still have that hard in our pocket. The last generator gets popped. So let's see what our Demogorgon can do.
Serena's like, you know, Demo, if you're going to kill me, I'm going to have to make you work for it.
Absolutely. And Serena's doing an amazing job in this chase. Spending a lot of time, spending a lot of the 50-50s playing these pallets in this window, into this window very well.
Also has DH in back pocket, so looking like he was trying to fake the window vault there to get proc DH, but wasn't able to get off in time. Does he make it over to Ace?
He does indeed. And Ace is going to take that out.
Alright guys, we got 3 kills, 1 survivor making it out alive. Demo had a pretty tough start from the survivor team. Survivors playing the Mitri and wrapping over into Shack, and they held a good chase, and it's going to be our result.
They did a very good job coming back and managing to get those generators. And
Sinners wins both sets. So no tiebreaker.
Emma did a great job there of coming back and putting the pressure on those survivors.
Yep, if you guys are still here and at the end of this game, make sure you guys drop a follow on the stream. We're only 19 away from 600. 1 more person on Discord for 1,000. We appreciate everybody. Exclamation point YT and Discord. And shout out to our casters, Tungus and Sick Dragon. We appreciate you guys. GG's from both teams.
GG's to everybody.